Charlotte.
I am Susie.
And we're going to talk about...
Aliens!
Aliens!
UFOs, you know, whatever you want to call it.
Things from beyond.
Yeah, shit that ain't on this planet.
Yeah. We're making it sound as if we've got something significant to say about aliens. We haven't.
We've never been abducted.
No.
We've tried.
We've
We'd
still
quite like to.
We've stood on roofs with signs pointing at the sky saying, take us home, and no one showed up. And yeah, hopefully one day there'll be some kind of alien Uber service to come down, pop us up to the moon.
I mean, now we could actually be manifesting. And
I hope so.
You know, and then who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
This could be the last podcast.
Yeah, just someone will come in and just find like our soggy skins.
I was thinking of shoes, which is kind of less.
I went a bit darker than that.
It was well dark.
It was well dark. So you were going to leave behind shoes. I was going to leave behind my whole flesh body.
Okay.
And just, you know, my soul would ascend up to...
Okay.
I mean, you know, I'm saying ascend. I might end up on some dark planet.
We don't know which way it's going to go, you know.
Poo or something.
Run entirely by dung beetles.
Yes.
You know, we say we're going to get beamed up. We don't know. You know,
Might get
it's
beamed
like
down.
Yeah, exactly. Sideways.
Yeah.
You know,
Diagonally.
Exactly.
It's like a word search.
Which way? But I quite like to be sucked up.
Repeat.
Sucked up diagonally. That's not a sentence you say very often.
What happened to you?
Oh, well, Saturday afternoon I got sucked up diagonally.
I've just got this image of Susie standing there and then suddenly going off on a diagonal. So where are you going?
I don't know. I'm just going with the flow.
Just the northwest alien dimension.
Oh dear. I wonder if you go at a different diagonal, you go to a different realm.
You must do.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah. That took us nowhere.
To the realms of joy.
Exactly. Which I think, you know, are the aliens coming? Are the aliens friendly?
Are they already here? This is the big debate, isn't it? That,
yeah. Are we aliens?
Yeah, well, this is it. David Icke is convinced that they're already here, living underground.
Yeah. we both pulled a face there. We were both like,
yeah, old Icke. But, you know, it's again, I go back to when we were talking about reincarnation. I'm convinced that cats are aliens.
I believe you, but not for the same reason that pulling their faces
no, I mean, that was what
eyes.
I think when I was younger and I used to do that. That's how the connection manifested itself. And since then, I started to really watch them, and I was like, yeah, you definitely, because they're just like, you know, dogs have owners, cats have masters. They're not silly, and I just think it's a possibility.
Yeah.
These felines are, you know,
just sending information back up through the tips of their tails.
Or just rolling their eyes at us going, oh, bloody hell, we've got no competition down here.
They probably just come down here for a laugh.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
A VR game for aliens.
They're very basic. They're very basic. Humans are so basic.
Yeah. That I can absolutely believe. I mean, you know, there must be several of them up there just absolutely pissing themselves. They're like, they're going to burn themselves out again, guys. They're going to do it again.
They still haven't learned.
Oh, look at them. It's like watching baby animals try and walk.
Yeah, really badly. I mean, you know, I mean, are we being watched? It's that thing of like, we make so much noise now. You think about, we've got satellites and all this stuff buzzing around. I mean, we've lit ourselves up like a fucking Christmas tree.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? It's like, if there is anything else going on out there, they're looking at us going, all right, show offs.
Yeah.
And you're really basic. You're not actually as flashy as you think you are.
I know, and we must be. I wonder if we are like the ego planet as well. I wonder if egos exist on other planets, or whether it like you know, it's like you know those guys on Earth, fucking wankers.
Yeah,
you know?
it's just egos,
they're
man.
just absolute knobheads, all of them.
I mean, you know, we've experienced fifth dimension stuff in medicine journeys and stuff like that, and it's like, that's a really good point. I wouldn't be surprised if we are a lone species of ego. Because it's the one thing we need to transcend to become at peace, you know. It's just, you know, there's a lot of people that I don't think are ever going to transcend it, you know.
Stuck here permanently.
Yeah, on a really shit loop.
Yeah. But you know, obviously we can only talk about any of this from a human concept.
Exactly.
Because we've even got a human concept of what an alien would be.
Yeah, yeah.
And yet, beyond this experience, you know, are things that we can't possibly conceive of or understand.
And that's what I love, the whole unknownness, if that's a word, it is now, of it all. It's like the vastness of the unknownness.
Yes.
Nice.
That's going to be your first book, I think.
Okay, yeah, all right, I can go with
that.
that.
The Vastness of the Unknownness by Susie Smith.
Just a book of empty pages.
Massive one.
Bigger than War and Peace.
Yeah.
There you go. Interpret it as you will.
Yeah.
Even through the medium of dance. The aliens will be going, she's smart, that one.
Yeah. I'll be like, she's cottoned on. Let's got that one up.
It goes back to the cosmic joke, doesn't it? I do feel like there is one big hell of a cosmic joke going on out there, and it's when you get it, you know, UFO, alien, whatever term you want to use, other planetary worlds, etc., they know the joke.
Yeah. They
get the joke. And I think humanity, unfortunately, and this kind of experience we're having on Earth is pretty funny.
It is. I mean, it's probably
funny.
Like people probably just sit down on Mars and watch it.
We're like EastEnders.
Yeah. Like, come on, babe, Earth's on.
Doom, 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 doom.
That Trump guy. It's about to be impeached.
Oh, they love a baddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, you know, let's not assume that we like to have a go at ourselves really as humans and assume that we are the lowest form of consciousness, but that's not necessarily true. You know, there might be other places where people are
there's
like
still cells.
There's
are
just
even
cells.
more
Kind of like, or making an even worse job at trying to create.
Oh God, I wouldn't want
life.
to go there. Fucking hell. Can you imagine if you reincarnated there? You'd be like, wow, this is not what I had planned.
Well, I've wondered that about this. It's like, was I on a different planet? And I kind of didn't do so well, and they're like, right, downgraded. Going back to school. Skipping a year, going back a year.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But then you know, it's the human existence. Do we come back in human form, and then transcend to another dimension? If you believe in reincarnation, if you get an A star, then you go on to another nice shiny new dimension, and if you fuck up there, you get sent back.
Yeah. It's probably there's probably kids in other dimensions where they're like, if you don't stop it, you're going back to No.
Oh, dear.
But also, you know, let's take the concept of time, which doesn't really exist.
Yeah, true.
We might be on the naughty step right now because we did something somewhere else.
Big old naughty step.
And the naughty step happens to be like lifetimes and lifetimes of being on Earth,
which in another realm is over in about 3 seconds.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh,
I
was feeling a bit spun out. Supposed to talk about aliens.
Well, I knew we'd go deep with this one, deep and silly.
Yeah.
There we go. That's my next book.
That will also be blank and very deep. I'm trying to think of a deep book.
There's a theme going on here. I don't think anyone will read the third one. I know what's coming.
You should just call it the third one.
The third dimension.
Yeah. But you mentioned at the beginning, you know, are the aliens already here, or are some aliens here? There's people that have claimed to be, and I use claimed in a very light way. I'm not saying that anyone's lying, but you know, we don't know the truth.
Exactly.
So it's like that there are people.
Is any of it real anyway?
Yeah, there are people who've said that they're walk-ins. You know, that they're actually walk-ins from other dimensions that have come in to help, and I can fully believe that that's true because you know this frequency needs to raise pretty quickly, and I think you know we've probably got soldiers from elsewhere that are dropping into.
Well, we've got our star family. I do believe we have a star family.
Absolutely.
You know, having had certain experiences on plant medicine where I've connected with whatever it is that you want to perceive it to be, or whatever name we want to label it with in this human form. But you know, I just think to not have the capacity to believe there is something else going on out there, I think is quite naive.
And you mentioned plant medicine. I mean, mushrooms actually are really associated with the kind of alien connection.
Absolutely.
Many people have said I've spoken to aliens whilst under the influence of psilocybin. And apparently, I think it was, I want to say Graham Hancock. I don't know if that's his name.
Yes, that is his name. Yeah.
But he's the one who said that 5 grams is like the hero's dose, which connects you to the alien realm. I've certainly had interactions with other beings whilst, you know, with psilocybin.
Yeah, same.
And, it's that thing of, if you haven't opened your mind, whether, through some kind of nature's medicine or meditation or lucid dreaming or whatever, then of course you're probably going to be quite skeptical, because if you haven't had any experiential moments of going beyond yourself,
and you haven't expanded, and you're going to be in this shrunken world, aren't you?
Yeah.
I had a conversation with somebody once a little while ago actually about the fact that their perception that their train of thought was one that mushrooms themselves are alien spores.
Yeah, well, I've heard that from loads of people,
and it was a really interesting conversation actually, and it was, we really got into this conversation a good couple of hours around a campfire. It was delicious.
Your mushrooms.
Yeah, they were as well. But that to me is not an unfathomable concept at all.
No,
they grow anywhere, and it's that they are in any kind of condition they can thrive.
A good friend of mine, not the first person to say this, said that she, whilst on mushrooms, saw aliens coming down and actually planting them into the earth, and saying that we put them here so that you can actually wake the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is where the concept of the star family that come in and hybrid us and play with our DNA, that would make perfect sense. Yeah. It's like, they come down, they plant the ayahuasca vines, and the fact that we found these two, because it's not just the ayahuasca vine, it's that and another one. Yeah, so they have to be mixed together to make this, and how did we know that? How did this stuff come about? Yeah. It's like, at some point these things have appeared for a particular reason, and they are heavily involved with evolution.
Yes, massively.
And so if the star family are part of our evolution and they are trying to connect us to a higher consciousness to create a better world, that's the way they're doing it.
So what do we think about, so there's been some talk about alien contact in 2020, which we know that 2020 is going to be. Did you go all shivery?
I've energy flicked through me when you said that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was very interesting.
Ooh.
Yes.
Susie's got super intuitive powers, so that's meaningful, everybody.
Yeah.
I actually have, through a particular plant medicine, been told that and shown that that is happening, and on the brink of 2021 actually.
So we were talking, weren't we, the other day about, I just had quite an intense retreat, and all I know is something big is coming. Yeah. There's a collective consciousness rising up, and there's something big coming. And I think in a lot of astrology reports, that energy is being felt across the globe, and there is something big coming. Maybe it's going to be that. Who knows?
I think it could well be, but I think what we'd love is it to be a bit like movies from the 70s and 80s where a big disc just shows up in the sky.
Stereotypical flying saucer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Some metal thing.
Yeah, close encounters.
And with a nice little staircase that comes down, or we get beamed down, obviously.
They come down the steps. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be
an alien. I think our connection with them is going to come more from us going into other realms than them stepping into our one, because I think I'm not sure we can handle them just showing up.
Yeah, and we are, my perception of what I've experienced on particular journeys is we are a primitive species in comparison to if they do exist and they are around. This might be really triggering some of you guys. You might be thinking, well, they've lost it now. But I don't think many of you will be thinking like that. I think few of you will be on the same page. But it is, I think, as you say, I think we will have some way of proving the places we go to when we're on these particular journeys, these medicine journeys, these mushroom journeys. We'll have a way of it almost being transferred onto a screen. Then you would start to connect the dots, because everybody has very, very similar experiences. I've spoken to many people and we've seen the same things. Yet I've never met this person before. We've got no commonality at all. They don't know me, I don't know them. So how would our consciousness be going to the same point? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where would our visions be coming from? unless we are actually being taken through a portal and we're being shown something we need to know.
Yeah.
That was deep, wasn't it?
That was.
Blimey.
I'm in awe.
One of her pieces of sailing equipment.
Oh! That was such a dad joke.
Oh, I got loads of them. Just lightening the mood. But yeah.
Yeah, it's this thing I think as well as we're, not everyone is expanding their consciousness in this particular time.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. But we are as a collective expanding, evolving.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
But I think it's this multi-dimensional being state that more of us are coming into.
Yes.
Of it being like, I don't just exist as a 3D human. I also exist outside of this body.
Absolutely.
And the importance being of being able to use it, but not disappearing into it and going, okay, so now I've been gifted these other ways to not communicate, but to experience life.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we've created this 3D realm. We need to try and make it a bit more habitable.
Yeah, enjoyable and loving. Yeah, because, I think that's when you recognise that, the ability to sort of transcend the multidimensional makes you recognise how important it is to come back and just be the love. Because that's what this planet needs.
She needs so much love.
She really, really does.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think that's, from the outsiders watching, like you say, they're just sitting there shaking their heads going, oh, for God's sake.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
I know. Well, actually, I was channeled that exact message from a woman that I sometimes get readings from. And she was kind of going through my medicine wheel and picking up on various things. And she's like, oh, there's an alien here. And the alien was laughing.
Yeah.
And he's just like, humanity keeps just destroying itself.
Yeah.
And it's just shaking its head, just being like, fuck's sake.
I'm
going to do it again.
Yeah.
And I guess we are probably stuck in a very, very grand loop of self-destruction.
Well, I think we're at a really, really early point of our evolution.
Yeah.
I think, all right, we say, oh, we're so evolved. Look where we've come from the caveman.
Yeah.
But in the greater scheme of things, I think we're literally probably about 2.
Yeah. Just bashing around, falling over,
throwing the toys out the pram,
and going, no,
yeah,
I want it like this.
Exactly.
What do toddlers do?
We're not a wise elder by any means yet.
No.
We've got a fucking long way to go. And I do think, in that respect, we are so early in our evolution.
Yeah. And again, coming back to, I think when you think about sort of spirit guides and ascended masters or whatever, but let's say aliens, because that's what we're talking about, they must look on us with such affection of being like, oh,
yeah, like you do at a 2-year-old.
Yeah. Oh, and
Lord.
sometimes just like, for fuck's sake, just grow up.
Yes, it's time for bed now. Come on. Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right. There's a kindness and a kind of a, well, they're learning.
Yeah.
They're learning, and it's if whenever I've come into contact with my sort of ancestors and my spirit guides, the kindness and the softness is the most overwhelming feeling, because there is no judgment and there is no right or wrong. We're not doing anything wrong. We're learning. It's a process. So as a collective, as a planet, as a 2-year-old would learn and grow and stand up and fall down, we are doing exactly that.
Yeah, really well.
Falling
down so well.
And I don't think we're out of nappies yet.
No. Definitely soiling ourselves here and there. Yeah. What was I going to talk about? I've forgotten.
Oh, nothing?
No, nothing. That's what I got for you. Yeah. Nothing.
Well, I think we've done quite well there, actually, for such a sort of, tenuous subject of sorts.
Aliens. Well, I actually think that there's going to be some kind of communication with wider communication, let's say, rather than individual communication with
I think something's
other
going to
beings.
come to light. Yeah.
Because I think we do need help here.
Yeah.
And we do seem to have decided that we want a very fast shift of consciousness.
And it's picking up pace.
Yeah,
like there's no tomorrow. And ironically.
And there's no yesterday. There's no nothing. Do we exist? No. That's how we got here, I think.
Yeah.
But I do, without sounding like a Fruit Loop about it.
Oh, well, I'm past caring.
Yeah. I do fully believe that there is going to be some more obvious contact.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's going to be the big the biggest shift that's going to come about when it does come about is, and then, you know, all of us conscious beings go, see, told you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But not from the ego state.
No. From a place of love.
From the heart.
Well,
from
right.
the heart.
See, we told you so with a big heart.
Yeah, dress it up in fairy lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
well done us.
I'm sure the aliens are listening.
Yeah.
In fact, the aliens
they're loving this. They listen to it all the time.
They told us to do it.
Yeah.
We will do a podcast later next year saying we told you so.
Yeah.
When you know the aliens.
When it
show
happens.
Up.
Yeah. We'll get one of them on as a guest.
Yes.
How about that?
And when Donald Trump finally rips off his flesh mask, and we realise that he's a big ball of fire and goo.
That would be extraordinary, wouldn't it? Wow. You'd
Or
see
a
that
bag
all
of
over
farts.
social media, wouldn't you? Right, okay then.
Well,
Alien realms.
Alien realms.
And on that note, we're going to go off and make a cheese toasty.
We are.
Yeah.
Because we're still human and we need to eat non-alien things.
Okay, well, we love you very much. Gratitude always. Catch you on the flip side.